10 years ago today, I went to see a gentleman in London. I had a phone conversation with him. He invited me to come home. We didn't have time. It was just a decision. I came to their house in the evening. I was a guest of a large Pakistani businessman in the UK living in their flat and using their English driver and car. I found the address with the driver and reached their sir's house. Bull, his wife, came out. I told me after I told my name, "Dear viewers, you are watching Pakistani YouTube channel, The Truth. If you did not subscribe to our channel, so please do subscribe and press the bell icon and share your comments in the box to have more news and views about hot issues. Let's move on our topic. I want to meet Shamim Sahib. I was given him evening. The woman said, he has gone to the doctor for checkup. It will come in 10 minutes. I thanked the lady and sat in the car and started waiting for Shamim Sahib. A while later, a sister of Asian Hali came and entered the house. He was certainly Shamim Sahib. I was stopped by the driver when I got off the car and started going to their house. I looked at him in amazement. He said, "Sir, he has just come home. You let them be Seattle Diane first." I asked, "What do you mean?" He said, "Whenever a person comes home from outside, he suffers from cultural shock for a while. He needs time to be a Seattle Devon. In the meantime, the guest's arrival takes irritate. So politeness requires you never knock on a person's door in a Seattle Devon parade. It's an abuse of this person and his family." It was a brand new thing for me. I thanked driver Peter sitting in the car for 10 minutes and then knocking on the door of Shamim Sahib. I then studied the Seattle Devon parade. It turned out that when we all go from one environment to another, we must suffer from cultural shock. Employees are also given morning Seattle daytime within offices. Employees do not start working as soon as they arrive in the office. During the British period, government employees arrived in the morning and drank. First they read the newspaper, and when they got out of the house and came entirely into the office environment, they started working again. I got used to it after this incident. Whenever I go to an office, I don't tell anyone to work until I feel it's Seattle Diane. You look at it by experimenting. Today you go to an office in the morning and see any sir say something when he came to the office from a fresh house, he will immediately deny you, while on the contrary, when he comes out from Yas home and you quietly stand in front of him or sit in front of him, wait for Seattle to be a Devon, he will be attracted to you himself a while later and then ask very politely, "What can I help you in G-Fridge?" You try whatever you call it at. The moment will help you. Even the famous, the waiting for Seattle Devon is the basis of politeness and civilization. It is a treat of decent people, so you can get used to it if you want to call yourself decent or civilized. I was also impressed by the 4 habits of the Turks. For example, when you go to a civilized Turkish family, they first have a glass of water and a cup of laughter in front of you. If you pick up a glass of water first, it means you are feeling hungry and the host should arrange for you to eat, and if you start drinking first, it means you're eating and the host shouldn't be. Kind of trilogy. It was also a tradition in the villages of Punjab. When a guest came to a Punjabi house, the host would say to him, "You take off the shoe and put it on top of the bed." It was a decent way to know the guest's planning. For example, if the guest was hungry or wanted to be a guest for a day or two, he would take off the shoes, after which the host arranged to eat and stay. He would. Otherwise he was considered a 2 o'clock guest. Similarly, in the old neighborhoods of the Turks, when a person becomes ill, the families keep yellow flowers on the threshold. This means a patient inside the house. You don't make noise in the street, so people stand in front of the house and don't talk. Even in Turkish families today, when the host puts fruit in front of the guest, it means it's time for our gold or next engagement. So you visit and the guest asks the host for leave. Even in good and decent restaurants around the world, when management customer complete mantra, if offering a sweet dish, it means you empty the table for the next guest. Now restaurant like this, if you start closing the likes or the waiter asks you again and again and again, "Sir, you don't need anything more," then it means you can go now. So then the honor is in it. You pay the bill and leave. Just as you go to a civilized person's house and he starts serving you without asking you if he brings tea or coffee for you, it means he is disrespecting you at the moment. The refusal of tea or coffee is disrespectful to the host. So you must take a few spas, and take a few spas, and a plate and cup until you leave. Keep in front of yourself. I know a gentleman. He doesn't even deny the host in fasting. When the food is chosen in front of them, they start talking to the host by placing the cup and plate in front, and it does not allow it to fall to the hink that they are not eating anything. They run on the plate to the spoon and fork the words bring to the mouth and put them back on the plate while talking, but do not let the host's heart be taken away. Hosted in the second stage, when you have tea, gives the green tea or coffee option. It means it's in a hurry or it didn't expect you to come, so if you apologize for the tea coffee, if you do, it won't matter. And the host in the third stage doesn't even offer you food and drink. That means you talk about work and go. You shouldn't make a mistake about frank hearing long gossip with the host on this stage. You talk seriously and take permission if you sit down to him or try to be frank or you started talking long. You'll get out of there. Disrespecting civilized people around the world. Don't meet people who eat. Get out of the washroom. Do hijam. Walk around with the family, and get out of places of worship. All of these works are private, and 80 people in the world want to keep this private work secret from others. You don't make that mistake. So when two people are talking, don't make the mistake of jumping between their conversations. You stand a short distance from satisfaction. They will be attracted to you automatically. A few minutes later, you speak for sure. After that, similarly, civilized people never look at the physical flaw of others. They will not peek into the eyes of the man. Blacks or bad skin will not look at the faces of people. Lame, lullaby, little creams, and tall people will not look carefully and his illness from a sick person. His trial from the accused. The divorced person will not ask the reason for his divorce and failure of the failed person. This is an extreme rudeness when we always look at the lame link carefully and ask the divorced for the reason for his divorce. We take steward from the flaws of others. These are a few small cultural habits. You take them. They may make your life better. Thanks for watching, viewers. Your feedback helps us improve our version. Please comment on which country you are watching our videos. Stay informed and blessed. Allah Hafiz.